much more casual. Much more casual. We're just gonna go in here and do our thing, man.
Community.
See what the people think about the draft this year.
All right. Well, it's official. It's been live on YouTube, but now it's gonna be live on Instagram.
Now we're live. We're good. We're good.
All right. Let's put the ticker up. Let's have the ticker up.
We'll have the ticker up. We've had some more visits, so might as well put the. I don't think we've added any on the ticker, but we've had a few more visits.
Hey, this is the community mock draft, boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, football enthusiasts from all around the world. It's time for the Upper Hand Chiefs Talkin Chop official community mock draft. Garrett, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of fun, interactive PFF mock draft simulators to run, which is just the one. We're just doing one, guys. We'll make you vote.
Doing a community mock. We're going to let you guys vote. We're going to talk about it beforehand, get your guys' opinions. We're going to put it up to a vote.
I already see people. We see Forge Ahead saying Harmon. Yes. We see G Swags.
We see them, guys. We're going to get to it just in a second. Okay, we're going to get there.
This is Talkin Chop.
Yeah, I want to just talk about that for a second.
This guy is a beast.
It seems like he just rubs butter on himself.
Correct, because he had 2 touchdowns, baby. I learned something today. Apparently the ticker goes over the intro. So that's interesting. But
good to know.
And also the ticker goes away when I change slides. But guys, welcome back, watchers and listeners to the podcast. My Spotify viewers, I love you guys too. Don't worry. But come check out the YouTube and the Instagram because it's going to be a visual show today because we're doing a community mock draft. You guys are going to pick the players that we draft. We're going to have some discussion. Obviously, me and Garrett can weigh into it too. And then I'll make a post on Instagram similar to this that will be of your guys' selections. So this is my mock draft. Derek Harmon in the first. Ariante Ursary. He's a local prospect, but he didn't visit with this new local prospect thing. He's a hometown kid. Cal Kennard, Kobe Bryant, everyone's favorite, Brashad Smith, Ty Robinson, Kitten Crawford, Esapol. But we're probably going to have a completely different one.
Yeah,
so
it might go off the rails a little bit depending on how you guys vote. So we're pretty excited to get that going.
But the only news of today is 53 local prospects visited with the Chiefs recently. Devin Neal among one of them. I'll have that post out later. I wasn't able to finish it before the show, guys. So there is work-life balance. I had to go into work today. But here we are, community mock. I mean, let's just rip it. I want to see. We got the simulator up right now.
So, obviously, we have to talk about this first, right? Everyone's wondering, if you're a Chiefs fan, are we going to be able to trade up to get maybe a premier tackle, or are we going to stick at 31, or are we going to maybe even trade back into more deep into the second and third round? I think it might be interesting to start it off. We have a vote. Do we trade up? Do we try and go for those premier tackles, or do we stay where we are at 31? I think that's a good question to see where we start off with.
Well, apparently I spelled visits wrong, so that's something that I got.
Look, hey, that's why we didn't post it yet. That you're still working on it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hit start just to let it go, and we're gonna pause it if it gets out of hand. Yeah.
But I'm thinking if we see someone we like around the 15-16 range, I think that's a fair assumption to trade up. So if we pause it right about here, right? Tackles currently available. We can just check for a second.
Wait, where does it say pick players? I won't let me show the players, unfortunately, until I make a trade.
Anyway, well, we can just check who's been drafted so far. Seems like it's pretty edge and defensive heavy. Will Campbell, first tackle off the board. I hope so, depending on the first couple picks. But
someone wants to trade back, Garrett. I know you want to trade up.
Trade back for second and fourth. I could see that also being a possibility. I would honestly prefer if we get a guy to fall that we like.
Josh Simmons off the board.
Just off the board.
I just saw somebody say they wanted Josh Simmons, so.
Look, I know we have some people in our group chat that are big Kelvin Banks haters, but if he falls into that 20 range like he has in this draft so far, I would not be opposed to trying to
see what the next pick is.
Bit.
Malachi Starks, Walter Nolan. He's gone.
He's gone. Anyway, so tackles that are still currently on the board. We saw Josh Simmons go. We saw Kelvin Banks go. I think Will Campbell. I saw him
very early. And really early. Armand Membao.
Who are the first two? Yep, quarterbacks, obviously. So from there, there's a couple different ones we can go. I mean, Harmon obviously in your mock draft that we've had before. Um, seeing as how it drafted, I think we just go to 31 and we go from there.
Yeah, and the person who wants to trade back got outvoted. Chiefs Talk said he doesn't want to stay up till 5 a.m. just to watch us trade back.
This is very fair.
All right. Well,
Okay.
there's the name
Well,
that
there-
I
yeah.
see everybody would want immediately is Luther Burden the third.
Guys,
There's Derek Harmon.
I know how luxury and how sexy that pick looks. Okay,
We're
but
just
do we
gonna
want to
scroll.
fall into another situation where we draft, that local hometown kid at a luxury position instead of a position of need, right? A la Felix Anaduke, right? I know we all love Luther Burden. No, he's a Mizzou kid, right? We got to think longevity. We got to think, do we need to move back? Do we stay here? With the talent currently on the board, right?
I don't want to pick Harmon again, but it just feels like the normal move, If Burden is there, they want to take him, Garrett. They want to take him.
If Burden is there on 31,
we have a vote for Derek
I think
Harmon.
the obvious
as well.
two choices we have right here are Luther Burden and Harmon. I don't really see us going any other position right now.
We've
The
had Trey
tackles-
Amos visit in the combine, but do you really want that corner? No. Also, he's a guy that's been on 3 different colleges. Not to say that can't work out, but I don't really like players who transfer a lot. I think,
and with our departures of a lot of our solid cornerstone interior D line, I think Harmon would be a pretty solid pick here. I think we bring it up to you guys. You guys just comment down Harmon or Luther. We're gonna go based off of the name we see the most, and that'll be the pick we go for, I think.
All right. You know what? I gotta type it so that it happens. But it looks like I think Harmon is winning slightly. Dude, I wish it was like Twitch where you could have the actual
Have a poll
voting
on there.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to somehow figure out how to do that. But
who knows? Maybe one day we'll
Talkin
start streaming
Chop
on Twitch, and you guys can get involved there as well.
You know what, Garrett? Why don't we do that? That's I think that just makes sense. For us to make a Twitch channel, because it's not extra hard to make it go to a third place.
Yeah. So we have 2 votes for Harmon, 2 votes for Burden right now, considering the YouTube stream as well. We're looking for. I mean, if it comes down to a tiebreak, it probably goes to me and you. But man, that's a hard. I know it's hard.
See, here's the thing, Garrett. I don't want it to be the same as my mock draft, and I already picked Harmon in one, and I think Luther Burden would be a fun one to just have be
flip a coin.
Who said flip a coin? Oh, that's
I mean, I have a little coin right here.
Why do you have a coin?
What? You don't have coin? I mean, I guess it's not a coin; it's a bottle cap. But
Luther also had a down year, man. Theo Weiss had a better season last year.
All I'm saying is we're gonna finally have our top trio on the field at the same time. I understand. I know we've had those kind of wide receiver downticks, right? But once we have our solid 3, we haven't had them on the field at the same time all season, right? Man.
All right, flip it.
I'll flip it. The bottom of the bottle cap is Harmon. Top is going to be Luther. And it fell off the table. It's Luther.
All right.
It is Luther. We're going Luther, our first pick. He fell pretty far. I think this is pretty realistic, especially if he does fall and the Chiefs just put him in his lap. But I think that's a pretty. I think it could go either way. But
now we need a tackle.
Now we definitely need a tackle or a solid D line for our second pick.
All right, we're up again, and this Penn State guy is still available.
He is falling like crazy.
Well, that's because his ADP versus his PFF rank. PFF thinks he's amazing sauce, and the rest of the world does not agree. All right, Jalen Royals. We are not drafting another wide receiver. We
don't need another wide receiver.
Man, dude, I think the PFF rankings are really weird. Look at this.
Sort by positions for. I'm wondering why it's not letting you. Yeah, let's look at what tackles are available currently at the number 2 spot. I mean, I've seen some mocks for Trapilo. I like Wyatt Willem. I think we can get him later. Cameron Williams is an absolute no.
Of Florida, that's getting really bad.
Now, our next pick is at 66, so we don't need to really worry about. I think we go in. Let's look at D line. Let's look at D line.
I think we visited with Omar, actually. I like Alfred Collins, personally.
Oh, I wonder why. You got a big Texas fan over there? Curious. Did the Eagles get Harmon? I mean, actually, we'll check that.
No,
Who'd
Colston. They took Colston Loveland.
Colston Loveland. I really do think it's funny that these Eagles fans have that delusion that they're gonna get God, what's his name? He's gonna go like top 5, and they're like, oh, no, he's gonna drop. He's gonna drop.
Who? Oh,
that
Abdul Carter.
Yeah, Abdul Carter. It's just never going to happen.
Garett.
Not liking to. Yeah, I think we might even go after DB. Yeah. Jacob Parrish is too early.
Yeah, way too early.
Way too early for Jacob Parrish. Way too early for any of these guys, really, except for that top pick. But
it's like I don't want to take anybody here. Well, let's look at edge.
Kid from Mississippi.
I do like Jordan Birch. Do we get the other? Look at this guy. Do we get the other one?
I wouldn't mind going Birch. I like his game.
6'6", 295 with, I think,
super long wingspan. That is definitely a Veach prototypical edge.
10 sacks last year. That's this run stop rate though.
Yeah, that's not phenomenal, but I think it's a fair pick here. Yes, we are live on YouTube as well.
Yes, it's better viewing experience and be easier for us to sort through comments too.
I like Jordan Birch. I think I saw somebody down there say Alfred Collins. Trapilo has NFL family pedigree. That is also true. I did read that.
Who said that?
Someone in our Instagram chat said that.
Well, who's Trapilo? Which player is that?
He's a tackle.
Yeah, well, what happened when we did that with Kingsley last year?
It's also a fair point. I think it's probably between Jordan Birch and why? I mean, both are early. I mean,
I like Wyatt Millum. I like Andrew Makuba too. But that's way too early in my opinion. I just hate
It's such a weird spot with the positions we need as well.
I feel like the PFF mock draft simulator is not very indicative of how it actually is going to go. You know what I mean?
I think we go Jordan Birch. I think that's a pretty solid pick. I don't know how the chat feels about that, but I think Birch really fits what we need, and production wise, he's been pretty solid.
Imagine Harmon and Birch. Yeah, we could imagine that, but we're not.
We could imagine that. We didn't have. We could have gotten Harmon. We went with Luther, but I think Jordan Birch might be next available. So I think we slam that in.
Who was our first pick? It was Luther Burden the third because he fell. He fell to 30 or to 31. He fell to
31. It was between him and Harmon. So.
Oh, we should have something that says who we picked, but that's gonna be hard. Oh well,
we can do that at the end. We'll remember. We can always go back in there.
I could just keep it like this.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we go Jordan Birch. I think that's a pretty solid pick for the spot we're in.
All right, next best available. We'll take. I keep clicking on the actual screen instead of on the simulated screen here. We like. Are we sure about that, Garrett? I feel like.
Yes. Yeah, I guess theoretically we could see if he drops to 95.
But then it's like we have to pick again in 2 picks. So, guys, we need suggestions.
All right, this is community mock. Next player we see, we're taking him. Next player we see in the comments, we're taking him right now.
Let me see. D-line, edge, corner, offensive tackle.
Parrish was the first one we saw, but I mean, it's so early. We could totally get him later. Safety Winston. We'll go Winston. That's that. Honestly, that's fair. It's best available. We're kind of in a situational spot. He fell. We'll take him. That's fair.
We see Giddens too. Well, okay. People just want to make the all Kansas squad of players that are local. I'm still hurt about 2/9/2005.
Yep. I think we all are, but it is what it is.
Man, you know, I almost want to move to the other mock draft simulator. We have two Morrisons. It's a last second switch. Benjamin Morrison.
All right, 2 people said Morrison. Yep, we're going with it. That's fair.
You know what's funny though is we can still draft Kevin Winston.
I think here, now that we're at 66, I think here is where we take Wyatt Willem or Trapilo. I don't want to risk them getting taken before our pick. I think we throw it up to the comment if we're going to go Willem or Trapilo, because I like both currently. I think I like Willem a bit more just because
holy shoot, this guy's tall.
Trapilo's massive.
I almost
but
said
Willem moves really well, and he's been pretty solid out there. So up to the boys. What are we thinking about Willem or Trapilo? I think Trapilo would be like the fun college pick because you don't see a lot of Boston college players, but Millum is pretty solid.
Wow, that's a good. Jeez, he's never allowed a sack in his life.
Yes,
what?
He is very solid out there.
How big are his arms, though, Garrett?
Yeah, how big are his arms, guys? How big are his arms? That's what everyone wants to worry about when it comes to tackles. How long are the dude's arms?
Dang, that's crazy. Why is he getting so slept on? Let's see. He did okay against Penn State, Cincinnati. Like, is it competition? I mean,
he just he just plays who he plays, man. And he's been a consistent left tackle out there. Hasn't allowed a sack. Really low penalties. I see some Millums.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think Millums. I'm seeing a lot of Millums. I think we've decided.
We have decided.
I would be absolutely stoked if that was our pick in the third.
That's crazy that he's getting.
I wonder how many
on.
tops DNs that Millum has gone against. You know, I always thought competition proved worth, but then it all just goes down to their footwork and their strength, and really who their coaching tree was. Like,
so Ozzy got taken next pick.
Ozzy got taken next pick. See, that's it. It's who they're going up against, right? And I think it's funny because I had this conversation about Kelvin Banks, who is a player I really want in this draft if we can somehow even move up a little bit and take him. They're like, well, he's got a lot of the good qualities of an outside tackle, but the arms are just a little short. And when you look at the kid's tape, phenomenal. I mean, David can tell you. I mean, he's been playing absolutely lights out at Texas. He's had some of his best games against his best competition, right? With Kelvin Banks, one of his best games was against Will Anderson, right? And everyone loves Will Anderson, like he's so good, but the kid's arms are too short. Right?
Yeah,
but I don't look too deep into who they play versus competition, right? I like to look at their footwork and their tape, but I like both Trapilo and Millum, but right now. We're in the fourth round, or late third. We're in the late third round. DJ Giddens just went off the board. I see Devin Neal available.
I see a Kobe Bryant somebody wants to get. I see a lot of players. This is weird to me because I feel like the fourth round and the third round are just juicier in terms of like the talent. Like I would rather have Andrew Makumba.
It's a really middle heavy class, I think. There's a lot of really good depth.
I'd rather have it.
That we need.
Like a Devin Neal. Oh, my Harold Fannin Jr. Guys, I want Harold Fannin Jr. so bad. I don't think y'all understand. This guy is Brock Bowers too.
I feel like if this was literally any other year, though, we could totally go Harold Fannin.
No, because let him develop 1 year under Kelsey. 1 year, like he could be him. I'm gonna make my own mock with him in it eventually, but I think I have a stat card for him.
This is totally fair.
Oh, shoot,
let's bring up. Okay, I mean we have a vote for Fannin already. David almost drooled. This is true. We all have our couple of draft crushes every year that we'd love to see. Mine last
Listen.
year was Isaac Garendo.
Listen, this I mean, just the production is insane. Like, and he had garbage teammates and players around him. Like it was like the him show, and he did well against Penn State too. Like he had a really great game against Penn State. Why am I even like struggling to grab the graphic? I could just like pull up his stats with like fit.
I mean,
Garett,
it's just diabolical
that
numbers.
is insane.
But you know,
1,555 yards, 10 touchdowns. He also has a rushing touchdown, which they don't have here. He runs the ball. He had a 91 grade against Penn State, and
we're
he
seeing
played
a lot
A&M.
of comments for Fannin now. I think you're convincing.
All right,
the
all
chat.
right. I won't change the chat spines. I'll be fair.
I think the fair balance is that we vote between I think a class favorite in Devin Neal and Harold Fannin Jr. I think that's a fair.
Someone wants to look at D line.
I see someone looking at D line. I think at this spot there's not too many.
But we can look. This guy's 6'6". 6'6", 345, but I've heard he's bad. But then you got, I think, what are you thinking about? JJ
Peebles.
Pegas?
Yeah, JJ Pegas. I think we
Pegas?
can get him with our next pick, though. I think we could.
The Pegas Punisher. This guy has 7 rushing touchdowns. See, Garett, we just scouted the middle rounds way too heavy. We don't know any of the second round guys. I want to trade back more in this draft.
If you guys haven't seen JJ Pegas' film, please go watch it. It is a absolute delight to watch. The kid is I mean, he just plays with a lot of fire, gets a lot of touchdowns.
Jacob Parrish.
I mean, we do have Jacob Parrish available.
Another corner everybody likes. I actually think Kobe Bryant and Mello Dotson are still on the board. Our next pick is 133, so it is a little bit after this. And then after that, the decline is crazy. I mean, Damian Martinez, he interviewed with the Chiefs. That's a running back out of Miami. He had a really good season. Obviously, Fannin. This is just a great spot to pick in.
It's a really good spot. I think.
Holy cow! Isaiah Bond's draft stock has already started dropping.
It's dipping.
He will not be getting taken.
I think this kind of shows, right, that a lot of people earlier in the chat were like, I really don't want to trade down from 31. But if we were to able to get a lot of 3rd and 4th round picks in this draft, I mean, there are so many great players at this spot. I wouldn't mind reloading a little bit. It just depends.
Do you want to trade back right now? Is that what you're saying? So that we could get more people? Let's see. We have 2 offers. Are we going to take one? I might be down to do that. Miami Dolphins want to go up 3 spots. And what will they give us in return? I don't know what they offered.
Do you think we could finesse 116 from them for 95?
No. That says it will not accept it.
Let's not worry about trades. We'll do a different trades one. I think we just stick with what we got for right now.
Hey, someone said RJ Harvey. I also really like RJ Harvey. Hey, Gary, do you know anything about this William and Mary tackle?
As much as I would love to know about a tackle from William and Mary, nothing. I know nothing about him.
But yeah, I think. All right, let's make some decisions here.
I think choices. We got Fannin Jr. We have Parrish, Kobe Bryant, or we have Devin Neal. I think those are our 3 fair picks.
Parrish, Kobe. What did you say? Neal
and Fannin Jr.
Fannin.
Because I think we can get Pegas at 133.
All right, I commented it.
If we don't, I'll be pretty
on the
Harold
wrong
Fannin
thing.
Jr. We have a vote for Harold Fannin Jr. We have a vote for Parrish.
This is gonna be a hard one to pick. Like, I don't even know who I would want if I was the Chiefs right now.
Trade back and get Fannin. I mean, that's fair. If we were doing trades right now, I think that's probably what we would end up doing.
Who's the other one that I'm missing? Parrish, Devin Neal, Fannin, or there was a D lineman. We also have Pegas too. We were talking about the D lineman and Pegas and all that.
I think we can get him at 133 though.
Trevor Etienne, Gunnar Helm. Dude, this is a good draft.
You know,
class.
I'm seeing two or 3 for Fannin. I think we go Fannin here.
All right, we got him.
We'll reach a little. We'll take Fannin.
He's on the team. It's honestly not really a reach either. And literally all the players that we like go immediately after, as it is a battle.
Pegas will make it to 133, I promise.
Well, yeah. Kobe Bryant just went off the board. Gunnar Helm, Baron Sorrell, I like. Mello Dotson is gone. I think Riley Leonard.
He went the pick before to Buffalo. Oh my god.
The Buffalo Bills have stolen JJ Pegas.
That would be a nightmare, man.
Dude, that's a tough one. But is Parrish still available? I didn't see him go off the board.
I didn't see it.
Maybe he
might
did.
Still be there.
He might have gone off the board. I think he did. He definitely went off the board.
He's definitely gone.
That's tough. Sorry.
Rashard Smith, SMU running back that I think we visited with, right?
No, but he just went to SMU, so that's why we put him on my draft board. But he actually had a really underrated season. See, this is the problem, Garrett. I can't speak, otherwise I get people excited. His first year as a starter has 1,300 yards. I mean, obviously his last two seasons, he did not play much at all. Who was the SMU running back the year before that would have caused him not to play? Someone good, clearly.
I think right here is probably where we definitely still look towards D-line here.
Quinn Ewers.
We need to fill out that Quinn Ewers for sure.
Dude, Ty Robinson, I made him mocked in my 7th round. Now he is like skyrocketed up draft boards. Like I feel like the people at PFF and all these other sites have not scouted until like 2 weeks before the draft, and then all of a sudden the draft boards just change, and it's like no one really knows where any of these players are really going to go. I feel
like the website heard us talking about JJ Pegas, and they're like, we're going to take him right before their pick.
Hey, we got another one of Graham Mertz's classmates, Jacob Punch, in the chat. Yeah, Garrett, your boy Graham Mertz visited with the Chiefs.
This is true.
Could be big. Florida quarterback. Do we take him in the 7th?
Mr. Irrelevant. We'd love to see that.
How are we thinking about Sean Davis this season? At this point, let's look at our picks because this will help us decide.
I mean, we've been offensive heavy besides our cornerback pick. I think we really need to.
We don't have any D line.
Yeah, we need to focus on D line. This is absolutely what needs to happen.
Well, it would have been nice if JJ Pegas was still available, but these guys are not that good.
Yeah, they're not great.
This guy visited with us, Tyrion Ingram Dawkins.
Yeah, a little early though.
Yeah, Garrett, these are not great.
Looks like we're saving our D-line picks for a little bit later.
I don't know, because it goes to 226 at that point, and then these guys are gone too.
Who are the running backs still available?
Oh, have we taken one yet?
No.
Trevor Etienne, Jacquez Hunter, Brashad Smith, Jaden Blue. Smith falling on boards. I don't know why, dude. He's fast too. He's ran like a 4.3 something.
Someone said Batty or Beatty.
Which one is that?
I don't think it's a running back. I think it's
Corey Kiner, bro. I love Corey Kiner. D-line edge. Tyler Batty. Okay. 2 sacks. But that doesn't matter because it could be a run defender too. 6'5", 275.
6'5", 275. Not bad. Now, the Rutgers running back, Batty is edge. Gotcha. Now, as much as I'm not saying because of the BYU player we drafted last year, I'm getting bad taste in my mouth, right? Maybe we hold off from BYU a little bit. Maybe just a little.
Jones has a great first step.
Who got the D tackle from Oregon?
It was, I think whoever had first pick of the draft. So the Browns, I guess, because the Browns. Oh man, all the players we liked went. JJ Pegas would have been the easy pick. What's the DN for Nebraska? Ty Robinson, he kind of plays inside and out. He's 3'10", 6'6", which is why I like him. 6 sacks last year, and he's pretty fast.
Had some of his better games against better schools. So
Well, according to PFF. 4 pass bats. That's very Veach like right there.
That's also very true.
And you can see where he lined up, like outside tackle, over tackle, A gap, B gap. So
yeah,
it looks like interior.
he's definitely more of an interior edge.
Scouting summary coming soon. You know,
honestly, I mean, the Nebraska kid looks pretty nice.
someone said F the Browns. Savian Jones.
Harmon and Miles Garrett would be insane. Yeah, that'd be a nuts combo.
Yeah, actually would be insane. All right, let's look up Savian. I keep typing the wrong thing.
See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. We look at these really like luxury picks, but now we're deep into the dirt and we don't have a D lineman that we like. We could have had Harmon, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Instead of Luther Burden. That's the thing, you know? That's a good point. There's more to it than just taking the amazing prospect in front of you, because you have to think of the whole draft. And you never know, like JJ Pegas could be the last guy on your draft board that you want, and he's gone at defensive tackle. But yeah, Garrett, we don't have an edge rusher and we don't have a defensive lineman. And we're going, I mean, I don't think you could afford to take a running back right here. There's not a guy that's jumping off the board.
I mean, hey, I think we looked into Ty Robinson. I mean, he's got that Spags build that he likes, so I wouldn't mind going a little Ty Robinson. I also wouldn't mind maybe even doubling up on tackles. That is definitely a possibility.
All right, let's see those then. I'll give you that. And I'll put interior O-line as well, just because we might need another guard. I mean, Kingsley's playing guard, but doesn't mean that he's going to be good at it.
Yeah, any Florida O-lineman can just get shot to space. I have seen Emory Jones Jr. get mocked. I mean, he's got a lot of the skills, right? But he's just
he's a developmental prospect.
Very developmental, which is not what we need right now.
I like Fairchild. He's solid. But he's a guard. But he's solid. You know, it could be like a Trey Smith in the 5th round, although we're in the 4th. I like Jake Majors. Basically, if they have a Texas logo next to them, I probably like them unless they suck, which a couple guys do. Wow, look at Esapol. Look at him jumping up a little bit.
Moving up a little bit. I mean, still into the undrafted range, but he's still moving up.
I think he might get drafted.
Let's go Ty Robinson.
All right.
Let's go that kid from Nebraska. I think I like the pick. I think that's a good idea.
Crazy that I had him in on the 7th round, and now he's probably going to go way sooner than that. But that's just what happens when these teams start looking at pro days and getting more tape on these guys, you know?
I think we're going to get to 226, and we're going to be like, wow, why is this pick like, I think certain picks in this draft are going to be a lot harder to gauge just from the spot that we're in and all the picks that are currently available. Like, it's just the way it goes, right? If JJ Pegas hadn't gone the pick before, that pick goes almost instantly for us, I think.
Well, there's a guy I just saw that went, Nick Nash, the wide receiver out of, San Jose.
The Triple Crown winner, man.
I know. I don't know how he isn't getting more hype. Like, just because they went to small schools. Like, I guess nobody wants to do the same, the Corey Davis mistake. If you know what I'm talking about, where Corey Davis went 5th overall and he was a Triple Crown winner, but he went to a small school, so he didn't really develop. But Corey Davis wasn't horrible. I wouldn't say he had a bad.
Curtis Rourke, I'm playing with him in my college football 25 dynasty right now.
Oh yeah,
just went at 224.
Dude, where's the one where you're doing the Washington one?
I don't even remember his name. He just made me mad.
No, but I mean, we haven't played that one in a bit.
I think now is where we kind of really focus in on maybe corner, maybe more D-line.
You know, that stinks because I did see Savian Jones, but he spelled it wrong. So when I searched for him, it wasn't popping up. But it's S-A-I, and he's definitely been taken by now. But he was, I think, available at our pick. Let me see if I can find him. Let me see if I can find bro. Well, let me give you something to mull over. It's safety o'clock, apparently. Malachi Moore is a guy I'm familiar with. Brady Cook. Do we need a quarterback? Here's two guys I like. Corey Kiner out of Cincinnati.
Pretty solid numbers.
Just not big on the rushing touchdowns, which is
Yeah.
a little scary for me.
Never
And
got in the end zone a lot.
not a big receiving back, and he's tiny, but he's big.
How often do we really use our running backs out of the backfield, though?
Well, we need to do that. This is a guy I like a lot, though. Theo Weiss Jr. Pair him back up with Luther Burden. Why not, But he just visited, too. And you got Kitten Crawford, a player I decently like. There's your boy.
I'm not going to say we should take him with Mr.
Oh, my gosh, dude. He has not had...
He did get injured.
No, I know, but still, 20 touchdowns in 2023 and 19. And what happened at Wisconsin, man? He had an amazing opening game.
So, I mean, they just did not run the offense that he was built into. When you go to the school that's mainly run heavy, right, and you're a gunslinger, it's just you're not going to put up the numbers you want, right? And I think he has a lot of arm talent. I mean, he's got the stuff that you need to play quarterback, but I just think he needs some work. And bro's humble, bro's a worker, bro's a hustler. So,
well, let's look into not quarterbacks because we don't need quarterbacks. Montrell Johnson, another. I think we might take a running back late. I also like Smile Mondin. He has character concerns, they say, though. I don't know if we need character concerns at this point.
Yeah, let's stay up. Let's go to I like running back here, I think.
I don't know why I hit tight end. That was not what I meant to do. Raheem Sanders. Wow, what happened to Raheem Sanders here? Look at 2022, Garrett. 1,400 yards.
Really fell off a cliff in production. Probably injured in
it was injured in 2023 and then came back, but just wasn't the same player. Could have been a pretty bad injury. Could be.
Well, I mean, significantly less attempts. I don't think he was like that much worse of a player. It's just he didn't.
Well,
have as many
6.5 to 4.8 yards per attempt is a pretty big dip.
More touchdowns.
True.
But I mean, you can't be a stat watcher too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, hey, coming back from injury.
Joquavius Marks. That is certainly a name. Running back out of USC.
Not bad, and really high target rate out of the backfield. Really high target rate out of the backfield. Joquavius. Listen, I do agree, Garrett, that it might be time to get a running back.
Phil Maffa.
This guy is on the cover of NCAA. And he is not projected to get drafted and probably won't get drafted. They kind of swung and missed with that. And then there's a lot of guys that you can't even pick. These are the only running backs that are going to let us pick. I mean, I say we just make an executive decision here. Because at this point, I don't think anybody has any strong opinions on this.
I think Corey Kiner. I think Corey Kiner is a pretty solid pick here.
Why Kiner instead of Raheem Sanders? Because you don't like the injury? I guess Kiner's had 2 1,000-yard seasons back to back.
Yeah, I like consistency because that's kind of pretty much what we need in our running back room right now.
But he just does not get in the end zone. Not that I guess that's just how Cincinnati plays. But all right, Corey Kiner, welcome to the team. Classic. Who's going to be Mr. Irrelevant, Garrett?
I'm not saying anybody.
Okay. Just in case. Oh, there goes Kyron Lacey, who's really good. All right. What do we need, Garrett?
I think we could look into some late round corners and safeties. I think 7th round corner is totally a beach pick.
Za Frazier.
UTSA, huh?
6'3".
Little is known about this man.
He allowed a touchdown. Oh, what a crazy
6 interceptions.
Okay.
I mean, he stopped playing against. I mean, hey, they played Texas.
Yeah, he didn't have a great game against.
He didn't have a great game against Texas, but
it looks like Army was a good team. Texas is a good team, and Texas State was really good to start the year. So the good teams he did not do good against. So I think
take Lacey, 100% of a steal. Lacey.
It's the wide receiver, but he just got taken before. He's the guy with character concerns too. He did a Rashee Rice, but he actually killed people, guys. So I don't know if we're gonna be in the market for those kind of players at this point. Like, I just don't want to add more trouble to the room.
Sanders still there.
Yeah, he took another running back, Garett.
I don't know. I like the kid from UTSA. A little sneaky Veach pick, 6 interceptions from a small school.
Hey, Tommy Hill. Hey, Tommy Hill. 1 interception, but don't matter. He's a stud.
He lit up 3 touchdowns, though.
Hey, he played harder teams. He played Indiana. He played Illinois. I mean, damn, he got injured last year. That's why. He only played like 7 games. But yeah, Tommy Hill. I don't know. I've always felt like he's good, but we already have a Nebraska player. We don't need another one. Dude, Garett, this feels like a guy that you're gonna like. I feel like no, this guy sucks. Never mind. 6'2" tight end.
No, thank you.
That's not who I was thinking of. I was thinking of a different guy. This is a guy who visited with us. Shamar James. Because do we get a linebacker?
I think it's definitely a possibility. I mean, I feel like if we hadn't taken one earlier, we might not take one now. But
someone said that Lacey has a chance to get away with it. Yes, he does.
I think getting away with it and us picking him are not.
Garett.
Absolutely not. He's so terrible. He's so
Do we
bad.
take Shiloh Sanders?
No, we do not.
Marcus Siegel.
Good. I'm good on the non-parish Kansas State.
What's wrong with this guy?
Backfield.
What's wrong with Siegel? He's solid. Look
That's
at
because
that.
he's a slot player, and we don't need more slot players.
We kind of do, don't we? Like, I mean, Shamari Connor was playing the slot. We want a slot corner.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I would rather draft a slot corner than a guy that's listed as safety.
Well, we
have too many of those players that were listed as safety, and we're.
Garett, you're screwed because people are voting for Siegel now.
They're voting for Siegel because he's K-State.
And that's good, you know. I think he visit with us today. I know Parrish did, but I don't know if Siegel visited with us. David Benda. This is one of my friends, so I can't exactly influence you guys to draft my friend. So we're gonna ignore that one and go down to Essa Poll. There we go, Garett. This guy, come on. 0 sacks allowed in 6'7". This is you know what? Essa Poll.
The people are saying Siegel. The people are saying Siegel. Let's just go Siegel. We'll go with it. We'll go with the hometown kid. People are saying Siegel. And at 257, Mr. Irrelevant, we have to decide on the look. I'm not saying we should go with my high school quarterback for Mr. Irrelevant, but it's definitely an option.
Wait, didn't you like this guy? Am I tripping?
I
Holy
did.
cow! Look at this guy.
He was pretty solid.
No sacks.
When it comes to a competition, right? That's something that we look at sometimes. But
Montana State. Well, let's see who
dude
he
was
played.
solid.
Wow, dude, the schools he played, some of them don't even have logos. Yeah, none of the I would say the best team is NDSU that he played, and not well. I mean, this competition is hard to grade, honestly, because this isn't even D1. This is, well, it is, but it's like, this is FCS.
But like, hey, if you're balling at your level, right? I mean, kid obviously puts in the work and shows out. So,
well, we have 2 for Essapol, so it's already official.
We can go Essapol. That's a good pick there. I like Essapol, and we visited with him, so it's pretty realistic.
Yeah, I like being realistic, you know. Like getting Shiloh Sanders as Mr. Irrelevant. Wait, is Essapol gone? No, he's right there. And there we have it, boys.
And that is our community mock.
We've earned an award. Listen, Garett, they wanted you to take the safety over Wyatt Millum. They gave holy cow. Listen, this is just PFS grades. Because listen, you could take the top guy at the top of every single one of their things and have no fun at all. But this is more realistic. If you guys look at mock drafts and then watch the NFL draft after it, and you see how different the entire like where players are rated ends up getting drafted around. especially like a guy like Cole Strange, like a first round guard who was projected in the 4th or 5th round, but then the Patriots wanted him in the 1st round. Like, for all we know,
he's
Harold
balling
Fannin,
out, and he's playing really well.
Harold Fannin might be gone in the 2nd round. You know, Wyatt Millum might be a 2nd round pick. Marcus Siegel might be gone. Yeah, Isaiah Bond is probably not going to be a 2nd round pick anymore. He's probably going to fall. But I don't even think he should have been a 2nd round pick before, because he had a really unproductive year. And then, oh yeah, you know, Esapol played with Cam Ward too, back in when Cam Ward was on Washington State. So, I mean, hey, I would be pretty happy with this draft. I don't know about Benjamin Morrison. I mean, listen, I know it gives us an A for that, but I just don't think corner is that big of a need. So, and also I think we should have got interior D-line. And
I think realistically, if I was probably picking, I probably would go Harmon over Luther Burden. I know it's crazy. I know everyone loves Luther Burden. But other than that, I mean, I think I'd be pretty happy with the majority of these picks. Stuff's going to be crazy. I mean, we have some stuff planned for the draft coming up, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, we could see some crazy stuff like how the Raiders drafted Alex Leatherwood super early, and that was just like the biggest bust of all time. I'm really excited for the draft.
I'm super excited too. And thanks y'all for joining. I think we're going to start a Discord, or not Discord, a Twitch, because you know, yeah, I see a comment right now. D- for Ty Robinson. I had him in the
just
7th.
Just how PFF goes, man.
But I think he could rise. I think he'll get drafted in the 5th or 6th round. So I think our 4th round pick is a little too early for him. But I mean, we needed a defensive lineman, and the options were limited. So if that's, sometimes you have to reach, and that might happen. But realistically, Garrett, I think we trade around a bunch. I think we will trade.
Veach is going to be wheeling and dealing this draft, I think, especially for those mid-round picks. So,
yeah, well, thank you guys so much for watching this show. And as always, we're just talking chop. Be sure to check us out on Instagram at Upper Hand Chiefs. Be sure to check out the Spotify, the YouTube, all the jazz. Do the 5-star ratings, do the subbing, and, you know, let's have a great day, guys, because I'm excited about the draft.
And see you guys next week.
See ya.